Good evening and welcome to our final and third series for our back to school event. Now, guys, I hope you have enjoyed this as much as I have. I know I've been a part of this event, but I have enjoyed all the education and information. The first week with the snack hacks, let me tell you, genius. And I love that there's still conversation going on in the group about different types of snacks and what you're implementing. I'm loving that. And then last week was amazing with Lonnie giving us the food and mood connection. Incredible. So I will just suggest to any of you who haven't seen all the different series, go back in this group and check them out because it's definitely worth watching. And I'm super excited for tonight. Tonight is going to be just the icing on the cake because this is information I learned 9 years ago. And there were just so many things I didn't know as someone who thought she was very health conscious, had no idea about how many fruits and vegetables me and my family should be eating. And my eyes were truly opened, and we have just experienced an amazing transformation. And we have just lived with so much more vitality for the past 9 years. So I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but my name is Michelle, and I'm just excited to turn this over to Sharon, who is an international speaker, and she's just going to share some realistic tips with you that you can use and implement in your home and with your family. And so, Sharon, please take it away.
Thank you, Michelle. Oh my goodness, I have so enjoyed this group. I hope you guys have enjoyed it also. And stick around because we'll be posting lots of good information. Our group is a group of health conscious, like minded people who are just really helping each other stay healthy, helping our kids stay healthy. And so it's been a wonderful back to school time for us to have these tools. Well, tonight we're talking about whole food nutrition versus vitamins. Okay. And I have been sharing this information for actually the past 21 years. This is the anniversary month for me. And not much has changed. This is one of the articles way back when, and it's 6 million kids are seriously overweight. Okay, we still have a problem in America. And so we want to actually go back to those other events. Remember, reduce your processed foods, reduce your sugar. Sugar actually suppresses the immune system. I know I was doing that a lot as I was growing up and going to college. I was eating sugar, 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 caffeine, 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 and whatever foods came along. Okay, it wasn't until I was 32 actually, and I have a couple master's degrees, and it wasn't in nutrition. And I was like, oh my gosh, it wasn't until then that I learned about whole food nutrition and what we're actually supposed to be feeding our bodies because of nutrients. Our body needs nutrients. Okay, and that's why I was amazed when I first saw this. This is an old poster, and it's from the American Cancer Society. I think you could see that in the label. And it's all fruits and vegetables. Okay, so as much as we can, we want to eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. That actually helps protect us on the inside. It actually gives us energy. It protects our cells, things like that. And so tonight I want to show you the difference between a vitamin and a whole food. You know, like in the American Cancer Society poster, we're supposed to eat so many fruits and vegetables. 7 is the minimum for children and 13 for adults who exercise. And that's a minimum in America, okay? And we want to have more than a mediocre lifestyle or optimal health. We want to have optimal health, okay? So we want to have even more. We want to eat lots and lots of fruits and vegetables. Fruits and vegetables are where you get vitamins and minerals, okay? That was something, unfortunately, I did not learn until I was like 32 and how important it was because I wanted to prevent cancer. I wanted to be healthier at that point. And I love the learning behind it. And I found out that in an apple, there's like this many nutrients, 10 to 11,000, okay, nutrients. In a tomato, there's 12,455. And in an apple, there's like 10,000. So each fruit or vegetable has about 10,000 nutrients. And so some of those are vitamins, some are minerals, some are enzymes. They're called phytonutrients. Some of them haven't been replicated and researched because they're not necessarily tied to a specific disease. So maybe they haven't been replicated because they're not easy to replicate. Okay, so how many vitamins have been taken out of a whole food and replicated into a multivitamin? That's how many. That's it. Okay, so if you look up on the internet, how many vitamins have ever been discovered and replicated? 13. Is that crazy? If you add new minerals, then you also have 30 altogether, like 30 altogether, compared to 10,000 in an apple. Okay, so there really is no comparison. We need to eat lots and lots of fruits and vegetables. And then we need to realize that when we take a multivitamin, that we aren't really bridging the gap. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen. You'll see another, oops, that was not what I meant for you to see. Let's see. Then you'll see, here we go. You'll see another demonstration of what I just told you, just so it'll sink in, okay? So on the right is an example of an apple with phytonutrients. That's just one page of 25 of how many, because they have kind of named them and everything and into numbers or different things. And so they've found that there's 10,000. On the left, you'll see a popular kids vitamin, and that's, you know, your usual typical vitamin or supplement facts label. And so what they are doing is they're taking out of the apple and they're replicating like vitamin C or iron or something like that, and they're either mega dosing it or they're not. A lot of times in America, we like to think, you know, supersize, let's mega dose. It's not really that healthy. Okay, so 70% of Americans are trying to bridge the gap with multivitamins. Okay, barely scratching the surface of what we actually have a nutrient deficiency, not a vitamin deficiency. All right. And so also, if you look up on the internet, you know, what are the reviews? There's definitely mixed reviews about multivitamins. The Annals of Internal Medicine, December 2013 says, enough is enough. We do not need to do any more research on vitamins. They don't work. And so sometimes they actually do more harm than good. You can look that up, Annals of Internal Medicine, multivitamins. All right. It's surprising. That was an editorial to other doctors in a peer-reviewed journal, okay, that doctors read. So whole foods are what we need to take in. And so I'm so thankful that my friend introduced me to Juice Plus over 20 years ago. It's been a godsend for our family because I'm not really oriented to being the healthiest eater, and a lot of people aren't. And so a lot of people use Juice Plus to bridge that gap. And what is it? It's really based on the juicing concept, but it's actually even better than that because they pulverize raw, vine ripened, dark, dense fruits and vegetables, including peels, leaves, seeds, when they're healthy for us. They juice them and they dry them into powders at a good temperature that doesn't kill the enzymes, okay? And they make them into capsules or delicious chewables. If you have not had them, they taste delicious. My pediatrician recommends them. She gives them to kids all the time and they love them. So you get your fruits, your veggies, your berries, and you've really had the whole rainbow, all the different colors that you need every day, all right? And we still encourage people to eat lots of fruits and vegetables. That's always going to be our message. But this is a way to ensure that you have a great safety net underneath you every day for optimal health. An adult dosage is 2 capsules of each blend a day. Child dosage is 2 chewables per day. And so you'll see in that picture up there, though, that this little boy, I know who he is, has more than 2 of each color in his hand. And that's okay because Juice Plus is an actual food. It is not a vitamin. If you take too many vitamins, you actually have to call poison control. Some of our kids who love Juice Plus have tried to take too many. There's no such thing. They say, oh, the child will be fine. They might have a little extra bathroom effects. So Juice Plus is healthy for everyone. And then we have the Omega blend, and that was to bridge another gap for healthy fats that we need in our diet. And so we also have the Omega blend, which children actually don't mind chewing on as well because it tastes like orange. All right. So we have the Omega also. Juice Plus is unique. There's hardly anything that I know of, and I have been, you know, in this sharing and helping doctors recommend Juice Plus for 21 years. There really isn't anything that hits on all 3 of these things. Number one, it has a food label, not a vitamin label, which would say supplement facts. Okay. And so it's also, you know, kosher, vegan, dairy and gluten-free, all these things, you know, they've always had it that way since I started that many years ago. And so they've always been ahead of the curve. Number 2, and you might not find this when you go find a vitamin supplement. Consumer Labs pulled off a bunch of products many years ago with Oprah magazine, and they found that, you know, some of the things that they said were on the label weren't in the product, and some of the things there was too much. And actually, some of them, actually, one particular children's gummy had lead in it. So you want to make sure that when you're putting something in your or your child's body every day, it has some kind of safety label. Well, NSF is known to be a third party, not for profit agency that comes in and certifies, just like, the FDA or something. They come in and they are not attached to whatever company they're certifying. And so they have certified for years with Juice Plus. What's on the label is in the product, and what's in the product is on the label. There's nothing more, nothing less. It's safe. And also, it is certified for pro athletes. We have Olympians, football players, baseball players using Juice Plus as a way to get more nutrients in the body every single day. Number 3, and this one I'm super passionate about because I do have a science background. It is the most researched nutritional product in the world, and that's product-specific research. That is not borrowed research, okay? And it's double-blind, placebo-controlled, random crossover studies, gold standard. Okay, that is what doctors look for. And that's why thousands of doctors recommend Juice Plus. And I'm sure you've heard of that. And so they really stand alone. If you go and try to buy a product like it, you're really, I don't believe you'll find a product at all like it. And we've had meta-analysis done all over the world trying to find that, and there isn't. So anyway, Juice Plus is the most researched. And really what is important is that it gets into your bloodstream. Within 7 days, it gets into your bloodstream, and then it goes to work on the body. Within 80 days, your immune system is better. I used to work at a children's clinic with HIV and AIDS patients, and I would hear, oh no, their T cells went down. Well, the good news with Juice Plus is the T cells go up. That's the immune system, and that's what you want to happen. The natural killer cells go up also. So that's what you want to happen, and the body is in homeostasis. You don't want to have an overactive immune system. A lot of people have autoimmune disorders. That's not what we're looking for. We're looking for one that's in the proper balance with the generals in control of the armies. And so that's what happens with Juice Plus. The research is all there in double-blind, placebo-controlled crossover studies in peer-reviewed medical journals at places like University of Florida, Wake Forest, MD Anderson, Nemours Children's Clinic, lots of them. And we can provide you with that information if you need it. But it really comes down to, how are you getting your fruits and vegetables? Fruits and vegetables are so important. Look how important. This is in one magazine. It says prescribing fruits and veggies would save $100 billion in medical costs. The thing is that doctors go to medical school and they only have one nutrition class if they chose it as an elective. So they're really not into prescribing fruits and veggies. We have to be our own advocates to find this for our own family and find simple ways to add more fruits and vegetables and plant proteins and things like that to our diet. And so stick with us with this community and learn more. And so I am super excited for you to hear from 2 teachers tonight. One of them is a preschool teacher with 2 children, and that is Nicole. And then we're going to hear from Cynthia. Take it away, Nicole.
Thank you, Sharon. Everybody can hear me? Sorry. So my story, I'm used to sharing a story about my own health because, as a preschool teacher, I am very often wiping runny noses and getting sneezed on and coughed on. And luckily, I can say that I don't get sick very often. And if I do, it's usually a very quick, just a little sniffly nose, and then it goes away. But tonight I'm going to share a story about my son, who, when he was little, he's allergic to dust really badly, to the point where the doctor told me that I needed to strip everything out of his room. He wasn't allowed to have blankets, rugs, pillows, stuffed animals. I had to wash everything weekly. It was constant postnasal drip. And then he also had seasonal allergies. And he would get a cold, and then it would turn, it would get worse and worse. And when he was really little, he would get croup. When he got a little older, it would actually turn to pneumonia. We had a humidifier in his bedroom that was a permanent fixture. It was always there because I was using it so regularly. And he, around the age of 4, I realized I had been taking the same week off every single year when the seasons changed, because of his illness. And I was just like, this is crazy. I can't believe that this, we just can't get past this. So I knew that we needed to do something to help his immune system, and he's a pretty picky eater. So we tried vitamins, and I tried all different kinds. I got the organic special ones from, the health food store, and no matter which kind I tried, they were so harsh on his system that he would be really nauseous. Lots of times he would end up vomiting, usually in the car on the way to school. And it just did not work. We couldn't, no matter how I tried them, using just a little bit in the morning and then later in the day, it didn't matter, with food, without food. So luckily, a friend of mine introduced me to Juice Plus about 1.5 years ago. So we started taking that, and my kids take the gummies, I take the capsules. And I realized that it was a great way for us to get the added nutrition into our diet that he wasn't getting, because he's, maybe eats fruit but no veggies and that kind of thing. And over time, he's gotten to the point where the allergies aren't as bad. The post-nasal drip is pretty much gone. And when he does get a cold, it just is like a sniffle. He'll get a cold for a couple of days and it disappears. And we have not had any cases of the croup or pneumonia. So last year, this past December, was my first year of not having to take that 1 week off because he was sick, and I couldn't believe it. It was amazing. So that's our story. And it's, hopefully we'll just continue to get better and better as we add more fruits and veggies into our diet. He's becoming less picky. So we're on the healthy upswing.
And we love hearing that. Yay, Nicole. Thank you so much for sharing that. And we hear these stories a lot. And next is Cynthia, and she is a kindergarten teacher with 2 children herself. I mean, these teachers now, we have so much respect for them, for all that they're going through. And so let's hear how Cynthia is doing with the new school year and her story. Go ahead, Cynthia.
Right. Hi, I'm Cynthia. Like Sharon said, I am a kindergarten teacher. I've been teaching for 18 years, kindergarten. And at work, they called me Energizer Bunny. I do it all. I don't stop. I go, 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 go. And I attribute it a lot to my healthy lifestyle. But the story that I want to focus on today is the story of my son also. My son, at the age of 10, he was diagnosed of being pre-diabetic. And as a mother, it killed me because my son plays sport. He was always busy. He's a great kid. And I didn't know what to do. I was scared. I didn't know how to help him. And luckily enough, my sister got introduced to Juice Plus. And then the endocrinologist asked me, you have to change his diet. I didn't know what else to change. He has to be active in all this. So when my sister introduced me to Juice Plus, our whole family started to take Juice Plus. And then months down the road, we went to the endocrinologist. And then 4 months down the road, she told me, Mom, whatever you're doing, you keep doing it, because his health has improved so much that I don't really need to see him anymore. I remember leaving that office and I was blown away. And then this is me, I'm calling my sister. I'm like, Dorothy. And I'm explaining the whole story to her. And I'm like, I think it's the Juice Plus. And my sister's like, okay, relax. I'm like, you don't understand. I don't have to go to the endocrinologist anymore. I was so excited as a mother. And anybody who has kids, I think that's the most rewarding thing that you can do as a mother, is to know that your kid is healthy. And then now we've been taking Juice Plus for the past 6 years of our lives. My son is super healthy. He's very athletic. He has played every sport from taekwondo to basketball, baseball. Now he's studying to become a lifeguard. And then his eating habit has changed so drastically. Like, I can really say that I'm very, very, very fortunate that we've been putting this nutrition in our body for the past 6 years of our lives, and I wouldn't change that for the world. And anybody who can put that nutrition inside of their system, it can do nothing but improve their lifestyles. Thank you. Wow. That's my story.
I love it, Cynthia. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. That just warms my heart, and you could just picture these children who are just better off, and the quality of life for the parent, you know, to no longer have to worry as much and to have to keep searching for the next tool. And so we're happy to have this tool for our families. And what's also great is that millions of children are getting Juice Plus for free worldwide. So I'm going to hand it back over to Michelle, and she's going to tell you more about that.
Thank you, Sharon. My apologies. So I just love hearing those stories. Oh my goodness. It really warms my heart because I am also a recipient of a child who has changed his health. I saw his health change right before my eyes within 2 months, just because we started on Juice Plus and started some other healthy habits. And it's really amazing to see that. My child at the time was 14 months old when we started, and he was my sick kid. He did not eat vegetables, he refused. And I knew there was a correlation between him being sick all the time and not eating vegetables. And thankfully, I was introduced to Juice Plus, and we started taking it as a family also. And within 2 months, incredible to see what happened with him. He started picking up broccoli one day and eating it at 16 months old, and I couldn't force him to do that before. And then the next day, cabbage. And over the months, I just saw his health transform, and it was just amazing. So it really touches my heart when I hear so many other moms that have experienced this. And there's no price that you can put on that peace of mind, especially when it comes to your family. So ladies, thank you so much for sharing tonight. Thank you, Sharon. That was amazing. Thank you, Nicole, and thank you, Cynthia. So guys, before we get off, I have to share the best part about everything you've heard during these series. So our community is all about educating. And you have been well educated these past 3 weeks. Trust me, I've even learned something every single time we have gone on this series. And I have been part of this community now for 9 years. But what you don't know, and what hasn't been mentioned yet, is yes, Juice Plus is phenomenal. And what our company does, because they know that the next generation is vital and important, they allow us to help sponsor other people's children to get Juice Plus for free. And not just for free one time, but for free for up to 4 years if there's an adult also taking Juice Plus. That is incredible. My children, both of my children have been a part of this. It's called the Family Healthy Starts. And we see the value in changing the health of our children because they are our future. And it's so important for them to start picking up these healthy habits. And what a better way to do it than as a family and doing it all together. So if you are interested, not only can you get Juice Plus for free for your child while you're taking it. So it's kind of like if you're in South Florida or in Florida, it's like Publix, buy one, get one free. But our company has taken it up a notch, and they are also offering through the end of this month up until September 30th, the opportunity for you to try our amazing, and I tell you, it is amazing because I've been drinking it now for 9 years, but Sharon has me beat because Sharon has been drinking this for 21 years, our complete shake. It's a protein powder that is all vegan. It has even more plants in it. Me and my kids started drinking it 9 years ago. My son was 14 months and he was able to drink this because everything in it is safe for young ones, for anyone of any age. It's just it can be a great meal replacement, and they are giving it away for free with a free child's order. So I don't know what gets better than that, but you definitely want to try it. You can try our our French vanilla or our Dutch chocolate, and both are equally delicious. And I think this is just like an amazing way to close out this series. So whoever invited you on here to this back to school event, get back to them. Ask them how you can get not only free fruits and vegetables for your children, but also a free vegan powder that will change your life because it's so good and it's so good for you. And you're gonna be getting even more plants than what you already saw Sharon show in the previous slides. You'll be getting more nutrition out of that shake that can be used as a brainy breakfast. I love that Dr. Sears calls it a brainy breakfast. And don't our kids need that now more than ever, having that way to just get the nutrients our brains need to function and focus. And then you'll also have peace of mind if you were like any one of us who was struggling and frustrated and had a child that we were trying to get to eat a little bit better. It doesn't get better than this. Fruits and veggies in gummies that taste like candy, easy button. So get back to the person who invited you onto this series. We are just elated that you decided to take the time and join us and learn and to improve your family's health outcome. So if you have any questions, we're here to help. Comment all you like and come back and watch, and you can even invite your friends in to come and watch the recordings. Have a great night, guys.